Hi, Dr. Natalie Edman here from Antiracism Revolution and Mindful and Multicultural Counseling. Excited to tell you about what year 2 of Antiracism Revolution will be grounded in. Excited that in April it reaches its 1-year anniversary, and what a great year it's been. I've learned a lot about hosting a membership community and appreciate all the people who have come and stayed and gotten what they need and left. Part of the reason that I formed Antiracism Revolution was because I really wanted to have a community of people who were curious and interested in getting supported in building their anti-racism muscles, their racial literacy, their fluency, their agility, so that in all the influences of their life, they can show up bringing the anti-racist, anti-oppressive viewpoint. And that requires somatic resourcing, that involves examining our relationship to conflict, that involves compassion and grace for ourselves and other people to bring people along on the journey. We continue to be in a very polarized place in our country. And I believe that anti-racism can be one of those options to help bridge the gap, but it could easily be misused and weaponized. So my practice, I think of anti-racism as a spiritual practice, is to ground it in humanity and grace and compassion, and trying to be in my window of tolerance, trying to gather ventral vagal energy so I don't go into fight, flight, freeze, submit, attach, annihilate, fix so much. So the community for year 2 will offer usually 2 to 3 workshops a month, usually one in the daytime, usually one in the evening, and then something else somewhere else. That there will be much more focus on people coming live to workshops because we're trying to build the relational community. There will be recordings for a lot of the workshops that are less process oriented, or that I feel like don't reveal too much about a person if it's more of an interactive process oriented workshop. There's a variety of things that are coming up. And there are different levels of membership. So there's different rooms in Anti-Racism Revolution. So there's a yoga room. And in that space, I offer a monthly gentle yoga, restorative yoga, slow flow yoga, something that allows us to move, stretch, to have more awareness of our body, and to engage in some self-care and some somatic awareness. There's usually one meditation offering a month. There's Race in the Therapy Room, which often offers at least quarterly something related to race in the therapy room, because race is always in the therapy room, regardless of the skin pigmentation of our clients. So how do we as therapists get more knowledgeable to be able to talk about race in an effective manner, to be really culturally humble? There's a lot of things related to diversity, equity, inclusion, and justice. There are things about how to be anti-racist in your daily life. There are little articles I share about different historical things, different laws, different ways that we can be active in our communities. They're sharing podcasts and books, and we usually have a quarterly book club discussion. There's also continuing education credits that I offer for therapists periodically in May and June, offering racial trauma as one. And I'll just share the events calendar so you have a sense of all the offerings that are coming up this spring. So here you have it, that here's the meditation practice that's more focused on somatics. Here's the white women book club discussion. Here's looking at the tensions and solidarity between Black and Jewish people in May. Here's the racial trauma continuing education seminar on May 12th. Here's clinicians of color talking about race in the therapy room in late May. Here's in June, we have building racial literacy and agility. We have decentering whiteness and heteronormativity. In July, we're doing intersection of race and class, and we're reading the book Poverty by America by Matthew Desmond. And so this summer, we'll also do some book club discussion about just things that people are reading. And there's so much more that will be offered as well. Here on the left, you see the different rooms, and so different membership options. There's affinity spaces. I do probably 2 live stream recordings a month, just talking about different topics, different books that I'm reading. We talk about white supremacy culture. We talk about parenting. We share resources. So lots of good stuff. I'll do the Race Talk series again this fall. And so if you're thinking about what level of membership, there's basic membership, which probably gives you quarterly book club discussions or quarterly workshops, gives you the live streams, gives you the yoga and meditation. And that's like a great way to get in and be getting the notifications, having some access. You can always upgrade later if you desire. There's standard membership, which gives you access to most of the workshops that are offered in the community and gives you access to live workshops. There's basic plus webinars, which is mainly meant for someone who likes the basic option, plus wants recordings, but there are, they also get Race in the Therapy Room and they get some of the live workshops. There's premium membership, which no longer is an option for new members, but that includes access to everything in the membership community, and standard workshops comes with an affinity space as well. So I hope to see you sometime in the next year in Anti-Racism Revolution. Feel free to reach out if you need anything. And the last membership option is team membership. So that's great for people who are in group practices, who want to build their team's racial literacy and embodiment of anti-racism in the therapy room in their personal lives. And that gives you basically access to basic plus webinars plus Race in the Therapy Room and the quarterly continuing education seminars. So, and there's options if you have a small team under 10 people, a medium-sized team under 20 and over 20. So take good care. Hope you are well.